The book is about the origins of adoption as social welfare policy, but also it's about how the participants in adoption, once given an opportunity for adoption, invented adoption through incorporating strangers into their family. And many people, I hope, will read it because they will be interested in reading the stories of these children and these children's family and the letters that they sent to the Children's Home Society. They'll probably be skipping the front of the book and starting about chapter 3, and that will be fine. Historians will be more interested in why children were relinquished in the sunny western states of opportunity, because they were. Why when people were flooding into the state because there was opportunity to start over and start a new life, was at the very place that children were being relinquished for adoption. And I explained that. And there are some really good reasons for that. A lot of the same economic things that brought economic opportunities to so many people in the West. There were a lot of people who failed at those same opportunities and for one reason or another couldn't get a purchase and ended up relinquishing children. So I think, there's historical things to take from it, but I think there's also just some stories there that could interest a general reader. The topic is that, as I said, the systemic problem of poverty persists. More than 500,000 children tonight will be sleeping in foster care. Fewer than 20% will be finding homes. This is, and a quarter of the children under 18 are living in poverty today. That looks to me like the late 19th century. I mean, in some ways we have not really progressed the way we should. Still need to address these systemic problems. What we need to do, I think, is to understand how poverty still contributes to child welfare issues, foster care, for example. It's still a contemporary issue. Poverty is a root cause, but for reasons that I think are kind of uniquely American, we reject the idea that poverty is a cause, and instead we try to find other ways of dealing with problems. We don't look at the core problem, we treat the symptoms. Foster care was treating the symptoms 100 years ago, and adoption, and it's doing the same thing today, because we really haven't dealt with the systemic problems. The other side of that, which I think is the thing to really celebrate, is that from the very get-go, Americans embraced adoption. There were far more applications for homeless children than there were homeless children to provide. Poverty is still with us, but adoption itself has gone through quite a few evolutions. And I think that's why 1 in 5 of us in some way have been touched by adoption. Either, because we know family with an adopted child, or more likely we're related to somebody who has adoption in their family in one way or another. So, I think that's really something to celebrate. The book is about the origins of adoption as social